people wonder how I got into this, and it's basically something that sort of happened naturally. I've always been quite a tactile person. I worked in nursing homes with the elderly for a while, and that really highlighted to me how important touch is and the difference in touch. That personal care that they were receiving wasn't the same as having a hug or a handhold and being sort of met as another human. So it sort of evolved over my life. Touch was always important in any of the work I did, but I always had that in the back of my mind of what a difference that it made to those individuals. And I then developed a Reiki practice, so I started giving Reiki to people, and when lockdown happened, a lot of people took their services online, and I realised that the touch element was still really important, and that was something that I knew that I wanted to continue because I felt that that had its own value as well as the Reiki itself. Through that, a lot of my clients were saying, you know, the touch element and the hugs before and after were just as important. And I'd seen many years ago a documentary, just a 5-minute clip about someone in America that did professional cuddling, and it kind of stuck with me. And then as I sort of made my way to Bedford, it just evolved into this idea that I would do it as a standalone service. And so in January I did a qualification in cuddling professionally, and I became qualified and insured as a profession. So that's where the one-to-ones came from, and then I sort of built the cuddle puddles from experiencing them myself at a women's retreat. And the importance that they had in my life made me want to offer that to others. I always check in with people that attend the cuddle puddles or one-to-one sessions afterwards as well, sort of 24 hours later. A lot of the feedback I get is that it's a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. They thought they were coming just for some cuddles, but actually the work that they're having in the background with the exercises and that connection with people actually brings out things in them that they didn't realise were there, you know, through the touch exercises or just being held. It can bring up emotions or thoughts or memories. Generally, most people leave saying like it gave them so much more than they thought that they were going to get out of it. I actually felt quite nervous telling my family mostly about the cuddling professionally. I mean, they've always known that I'm a bit, you know, unique and live a bit of an alternative lifestyle anyway with the Reiki and living on the boat, but I almost felt scared to tell them because I didn't think that they would take it seriously as a profession. But actually I think they've seen the positive responses to, you know, some of the other interests that I've had and doing the hugs in the street and seeing what a difference that made. Telling them more about, you know, some of the experiences I've had with clients, obviously confidentially, not divulging too much, but explaining why people come and what sort of things they get from it. And obviously they've then got on board with the 20-second hugs and they've, you know, they're learning and they're inquisitive about it, and it's really nice, and actually it's improved my relationship with them as well, so I'm hugging my family a lot more as well. My friends have been really supportive, and I think overwhelmingly most people have been really supportive, you know, general public as well. And I think a lot of people have been saying that, you know, lockdown really highlighted to them how much we need touch, and not having it for so long has either made people really crave it all the more or be still quite hesitant about having it. It is something that we need, and I think if people are open to exploring it, then they can get the real benefits from it, and when they come to something like this or a one-to-one session, they are seeing just how much of an impact it can have. And, you know, one client said the cuddle puddles bring you something you didn't realise you needed.